was a dark and lonely night. By that I mean midday, on an island, when he said, "Hey guys, Digital Nerd here today with a survival series, and I'm going to be doing a survival series that I've set up in the newest update of Minecraft. Well, really the newest Snapshot. It's Snapshot 14 W02B, and I just randomly generated this world, which was a gold mine, because it's a survival island. When I first generated it, I went into creative, and I flied around the island. There's no land within miles of here, so it's very survival islandy, even though it has multiple trees, so it's not like when you only have one, and if you don't get a sapling, then you're like screwed for the rest of the entire time that you're on the island. It's an actual island. It's actually bigger than just like 1 or 2 blocks. But so yeah, I will sooner or later, probably today, probably it'll be in the link when this video first comes out. But I will have a Minecraft or Planet Minecraft post with the map download, so you can download. I didn't put a seed in. I don't really put seeds in. That's not like a thing I actually do ever. But so I can't unfortunately give a seed in the description. I don't know. I know that there's a way to find the seed once you've already generated a world. I don't know if it's right in front of me and I'm just really dumb and can't see it, or if it is slightly harder to find. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, because that would be really useful right now to know what the seed is. Either way. So let's just get started. I had a version of this that I actually got pretty far into on just randomly mining and derping around in survival on this same exact world. And then I didn't realize I might want to record this. So I did the recreate option to generate the world again from its natural form, just exactly the same. Anyway, let's get started. Let me turn off F3. There we go. And yeah, this new Snapshot is definitely really glitchy. But you could tell Mojang was rushing out to get it released. It's like sometimes you won't see the bar that's for the breaking. I don't know. That hasn't really happened for me for any other blocks. So I don't know. Let's create a crafting table. I want to get mining some andesite really soon, because I'm kind of in love with andesite. I'm going to build a roof over here and make this a little hut. Yeah, so I have noticed that all of these ores get 1 andesite, 1 diorite, I think, yeah, and 1 granite. And now I know that I'm saying right now, yay, it's so rare and I'm lucky to find it. But the Mojang people, and by that really, since unfortunately a while ago left, so he's not very, and he gave the control of Minecraft to Jebs, who is great. I'm nothing against Jebs. Jens. I'm getting those 2 words confused. But since I have nothing else to do while I'm mining, I guess I'll just talk, because I guess that's the point of watching a video of someone else playing, is to hear them talk and watch them do stuff. Either way, let me make some polished andesite. One thing that I think they should really add in one of the new snapshots and or the new release, or maybe 1.9 when it comes out, and add at some point. I don't care when, how, why. I just add it at some point. I think they should have these new things. They're the equivalent of stone when you mine it. So they should really have shouldn't they have granite tools that are basically as good as, depending on how rare it is, that are basically as good as cobblestone tools, but just slightly different. I don't know. With anything that I say that's like that, they're I think they should do this. I wonder how I do this. You can, anything of that genre, you guys can leave a comment in the description saying your suggestions. What I thought it could do maybe is have granite tools mine a little bit faster, but be a little less durable, and diorite ones be more durable, but not mine quite as fast. Mine somewhere like halfway in between cobblestone and wooden tools. Speaking of that, I should get some cobblestone tools right now. Either way, look, same thing with cobblestone, not armor, because I mean that granite armor is not a thing. Like, that's not a thing in real life. Neither is diamond or gold armor, but it's much less of a thing than diamond or gold armor in any shape, way, or form could be in real life. But sorry if I make this like whenever I say a conversation, I make a noise kind of going after it. But I'm kind of sick, and my brain is /AFK, so. Which is like the best description I can give right now. Anyway, I'm sure that at some point, when like coal first was discovered, like ores, like when stone, I don't know. Now that it's being first released, everyone is like, oh yeah, I gotta get me some of that. And then at some point it'll be like, oh look, dirt, I need to get some. Like, which is for nobody a reasonable goal for anything. Do I have this on peaceful? Should I set it? No, I don't want to. Let me change it to... You know what, guys? I'm just going to set it to... Oh, and it didn't even... That's one of the new features is you can... Yeah. Yes. I locked it to easy mode. This map in particular is not... My goal isn't to fight off a bunch of stuff. I don't want to have no monsters or mobs or anything. But, oh, look, iron. But I do want to have the occasional mob. I personally think that they should also add, like how for other stuff you have for your field of view, which whenever I have this field of view up like this, it makes me feel like I'm about to go really fast, because if you drink a potion of swiftness or anything like that, or like give yourself the effect of swiftness, it makes you have this field of view. But I think that on the difficulty settings, you should have a slider like this, where it's like 0, which is peaceful, through 100, so it's not just locked to 4 different modes. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. If I have an idea that you go, oh, that would be really great, comment it. If I have an idea that you go, that would suck and be really unuseful, comment it. I want to know your opinion on all of this stuff. You gotta keep me filled in with your opinion. I know there are multiple parts like this on the island that are like dipped in with kind of an above ground cave. Let me try going to the other side of the island. Explore what's on this side. Which apparently isn't much. Anyway, if we're gonna get anywhere in the series, we should probably start working on making a little hut over this, because it's turning to nighttime and it's not gonna be very fun once it's nighttime. So let's get a bunch of, I kind of want to make it out of polished andesite. It's because, you know, that's like my newfound love, polished andesite. It's like how I really like, whatchamacallit. I say that a lot, don't I? I say whatchamacallit a lot. How I really like the full stone slabs, the one that have like the same look as the top of a stone slab, but like the full way around. I like how those look. My random mishmash of a bunch of miscellaneous polished blocks. I'll probably have like this as like an insulation layer, like the middle layer that no one sees, and it's just like a foundation. I'll have it be my patented creeper protection. So now I need to make a door. In the new update, you get 3 doors from one, which I guess is useful. I guess. I mean, I don't personally really need it. I only need 1, but whatever. I'll probably at some point in time find it useful. Let me just completely make more polished granite. There's really no other uses for the normal versions of these blocks, and I like how the polished ones look a lot better, so. I don't know, I have zero better uses for these doors than to just make 2. This will be my extra protection, so if I'm ever doing something and don't notice it and a zombie's knocking at my door, I'll be protected. I'll be ready. I'll be ahead of the game. I kind of want to, hold on, let me turn my audio on. Where's my music and sounds? There we go. I'm sure it's probably a little more fun for you guys if it's not just my voice talking. If you can actually hear the Minecraft environment sounds. If I had to change one thing about the doors, it wouldn't be them being stackable. It's not really that much of a problem. I just think they should really change that sound. Like, it's an okay sound, but it's one of the most annoying sounds I've ever. So squeaky. I don't know if it's the same sound for iron doors. I'm not quite sure. I don't usually play with my sound fully on. Generally not a sound using person, so I'm not quite sure what the deal with that all is, but let's see. Let's make a polished granite floor, because, you know, YOLO. We only need 1 door. And now I wish we had more polished granite. The one thing I don't like about polished granite, or about polished anything really, is it's good. It looks much better. Just, you need to have, in order to get 4 polished granite, you need to get 4 normal granite, so I wish there was only 1. I think that would be a lot more useful, because if you have like 7 if you have 7 granite, that's technically, since you would only get 1 block, since you would get 1 block and then have 3 granite left over. Looking for some andesite. It's like my equivalent of Where's Waldo. You have to look through stone, which looks really similar, and try to find andesite. I found Aunt Waldo. Anyway. Yeah. That was like full-on old person laugh. That was like, and then multiple coughs, and back to laughing after that. Yeah, but I'm not quite sure how, in what way, and what terminology I'm sick, but mainly my voice. It's just mainly when I talk, so. Which is really inconvenient, because my job requires speaking, the job that remains disclosed. It's so beautiful, in the same way that someone looks at their house that's consisted of sandstone, cobblestone, and dirt, and a few mishmashed, like, wooden planks of different colors. Possibly the occasional, I don't know, probably the occasional granite or something like that. What to do. Oh God, rain. I'm sitting. I want to make a porch. We should get a little bit more dirt. Maybe make a little farm. I don't know. Because like I said, it's Survival Island, but it's not tiny. It's not huge either. If you trip on the doorstep of the front door, you can fall out the back door. I don't know. Smooth, Nick, real smooth. Anyway, let me get it. Here we go. This is a foundation of my love, aka andesite. Lots and lots of andesite. I like andesite the best because or not normal andesite, but polished andesite. Normal andesite looks okay, but I like how polished andesite looks like a slightly more sophisticated and like a slightly better version of stone, but only by a little bit, as we can see here. How it is basically stone, just not. It looks very similar. I like diorite the least. No, I like granite the least. I don't know what I like the least. I like all these 3 new types. Yeah! What the fudge? What the fudge? Fudge on a stick. That is my restraint of... Oh, I shouldn't have locked this on a version with mobs. I'm running out of blocks to use. I've never had a huge hatred for creepers because I really... Oh, God, get out of my turf, boy. I've never had a huge hatred for mobs or for creepers because I really never just had a problem with them. I haven't had many traumatizing experiences with creepers blowing up my house until then, where I literally walk into my house, turn around, and the creeper's like, "That's a very nice house." Take it. I will get revenge. They killed Daryl the sheep. It's a long story. We got a sheep and dyed it red and gave it a name tag called Daryl on my survival multiplayer server that I own, which I'll probably be giving a link to like a video where you can apply in the comments to it. But a creeper blew up Daryl. We named Daryl after the Walking Dead character. Too bad he was a zombie hunter, not a creeper hunter, because he was blown up by a creeper. Let's make a furnace and some iron. One thing I don't like about this screen recording thing that I'm using right now, it's Camtasia. I really like it for all other purposes because it has a great, like, simple, so like you don't need to be great at editing and you don't need to have like an amazing editing program to make awesome videos. The one thing I don't like is it has a really like no filter for your keyboard and mouse. So my mouse and keyboard are just going to be really loud while I'm recording. Whenever I'm walking around, you can hear like me clicking, you can hear my everything. Oh my god! Yay! I've always wanted that to be a thing. Hold on, does it really work? Yes! Yes! That's like one of my... I never noticed that was a thing, but that was one of the things I've always wanted the most. Is so if you run out of wood while you're still smelting, it didn't happen this time, but it'll stay at that same like level in the arrow instead of just going away like it used to. Yay! All peace and life has been restored. Rain! I can't stand rain. Let me turn down our weather a little bit. Oh, come on. Now it's just that quiet kind of annoying. Like that buzzing noise that you hear sometimes. That's like, you hear it, but you don't. Like, you know it's there, and you can just hear it a little bit, but at the same time, just enough to annoy you, like, just by an inch, by a millimeter, by a nanometer, by an atom, electron, Higgs boson, whatever you want to measure it by. It's really close to not being able to hear it, but since it's just able to hear, that's the reason it's so annoying. I may as well use my wooden doors to... Oh, come on. I know that you could use, like, note blocks and, like, full wooden tools to smelt your stuff, like stuff that you're not going to use anymore. But come on, wooden doors are 100% wood. You should definitely be able to smelt stuff with that. I never knew. Are you able to smelt with coal blocks? Or coal blocks able... It's not like the coal was, for me to test, was sitting right outside of my house or anything. What? That would be ridiculous. I want them to add granite and andesite and diorite ores, like ores embedded in the andesite and diorite. Is that a thing? I don't even know if that's a thing. Like I have zero consciousness of what is going on in the new update. All I know is it'll give you 3 doors. Apparently, you'll be able to like store your thing, and there's no ore. I don't know. No clue. I'm terrible at survival, in case you couldn't tell. Creative is where it's at. Now, one thing, so if we're ever gonna do more survival series, is plural? Question mark? If we're ever gonna make any more survival series, I have no clue what the plural for series is. I don't know. It's a weird word. Anyway, if we ever make another survival series, and I should probably enable it right now before it's too late. Game rule, keep inventory, true. How do I not have? I created this world. How do I not have permission to do that? Okay. Now let me really quickly exit it from land. So, you know, if anyone else on this, at my house that plays Minecraft, which equals everybody, tries to log on, I can't. My complaint about diorite is it looks too much like it has gravity like gravel or sand. Left for andesite, hatred for gravel. They have sandstone. I want them to have gravelstone. I know that's not really a thing, but that doesn't mean that they can't have it, because diamond armor isn't a thing. There was a cool game theory video about how much would it cost to get diamond armor in life, and also how much would it weigh to wear it, which is a lot, because diamonds are not the lightest thing ever. In creative, my face on when I move it around, as you can see by my earlier uploaded 1.8 Snapshot news kind of video, it was like glitchy and you couldn't see through the face. It was like you could only see like the back and like the top, but it was weird because you could. I can't explain it. If you want, you can just go to that video and check it out. Whenever I go to my inventory, it looks like that. Same thing with chests. Hold on. No, I can't. Here's a block of coal. Just so I know if it actually works, I'm going to try smelting some copper. Yep, that does work. Okay. That's cool. Mix it. That's actually lasts a long time. Right now, by how far long it's been going without going down a pixel at the top, makes it look like compressing it is actually making it more efficient than just 9 times normal coal. Anyway, yay, now we'll have a bunch of stone. No! Ah! I hate creepers. Hold on. It was a traumatizing experience. I need to breathe. Come fight me! Or don't, or don't, or don't. Yep. Comes a point where you don't deny. When I first spawned on this island, I spawned at the very bottom of the ocean down there, like 40 blocks below the ocean. I actually drowned whenever and fully lost all of my health and died whenever I tried to come up because I was so deep that I had to, like, while I was underground, turn. Thanks for mining for me, Creeper. I should have paid the Creeper. He did hard labor. I have to set my game mode to creative immediately whenever I spawn there. Luckily, I spawned above ground-ish. Still going. Oh my god. It's done 11 and hasn't gone out. Is this a glitch? Does a block of coal never run out? I don't know. We'll keep it running there, and if it doesn't ever run out, then I'll have to make sure that I just put a bunch of... Oh, see, it's gone down 1 pixel already. That's nice stuff. Crafted 13 before it went down. How did I gain experience from picking up stone out of a furnace? I don't know. Shoot, I don't know. Let's make nothing, because it's really hard to build when it's raining. You know what? No, I don't even have permissions. Why? I don't know if it's whenever you lock a like setting or a difficulty, but it automatically makes it so you can't. Since it assumes that if you're locking your difficulty, you're most likely doing it because like you're creating a map or something. For a second. Little bit of tea and honey there. Because I am the young white boy that's the white American boy who's kind of secretly British, even though I represent British genes inside of me. I have tea like 4 times a day, and no offense, but I also do have terrible teeth. Either way. Does it give you... Aw, I wish it gave you regular andesite back from polished. Does it? No, it's not going to do anything if I want there to be more variants of normal objects, like how... What do they have? Like, for example, I know there's a mod that has chests, and then iron chests, and then like gold chests, diamond chest, crystal chest, like bronze chest, like multiple types of chests and stuff that like are upgrades that make it bigger. I want there to be stuff like that. Like you can make iron chests, you can make iron boats, which would be cool. I was reading a article on Minecraft forums, and there's a person who made this huge, like it was like a 45-page long article post, but I kind of read the entire thing, like a huge concept thing for a mod, and it didn't have that many views, and it said and it was like a boat mod that added like a kraken, and it added a what else did it add? A lot of epic boat stuff that like made like huge boats that fit like 10 people, and like has an underground area of the boat where you like have beds, and that'll set it so your spawn points on the boat moving along, so like you could cross the ocean, but at the same time it's kind of slow. It's kind of like, for one of those bigger boats, it's kind of shift walking speed, like the speed of if you hold shift and walk, which I'm showing right now. And for that, what am I even trying to say? I have no clue. But like, so it's not like I need to go cross the ocean. I'll be back in 4 or 5 minutes. That's like how it actually would take in real time, like 30 minutes to an hour to cross the ocean. So like, grab your friends. One can be the captain. A few people could manage the cannons, which there actually were in the mod post. Not the mod post, since it wasn't actually a mod. It was just a concept. But in that, they had a cannon. They had a bunch of granite, because that's everywhere, and they had really awesome things, and I was excited because, as you might have been able to tell by one of my earlier videos, I am a modder myself. I do program mods and stuff, so but I'm not very good at the whole creative part of figuring out what to do, like what to make in the mods, so that was pretty cool. I don't know, maybe I'll make a mod like that at some point. But, like, they had iron versions and obsidian versions of the boats, and the obsidian versions of the boats were awesome because with obsidian versions you could go over lava in a boat. That's where the spider noise is coming from. I can tell a creeper blew up because there was a bunch of stray ores. But nice, we found ourselves a cave. Achievement get. I think that's strange how it says achievement get on just, isn't it only on Minecraft? I don't know. I'm a huge gamer, but my main game that I play is Minecraft. A little bit of Portal, a little bit of Gary's Mod, tiny bit of like Killzone, Shadowfall, and then a few general other like miscellaneous games, but really my main game that I play is Minecraft. So yeah, I will at some point be getting one of those things that let you, since I got a PlayStation 4 this year for Christmas, which I really love. I personally like PlayStations better than Xbox, but that's just an opinion. But I'm gonna get at some point, since it's Christmas, you get a lot of spare money for people that are like, I know him, but I have no clue actually what he likes, so I'm just gonna get him a gift card for $10, and then mix that with having a really, really big family, and you save up us money. So I'm probably gonna get one of those things so you can hook up by USB to a PlayStation or Xbox, and then record what's going on. It's like a screen recorder, just hardware, not software. But I'm gonna be getting one of those and recording on my PS4. Probably recording like Portal when it comes out on the PlayStation. A lot of Resogun. I love Resogun. That's one of my favorite games. But it's like a really indie game that like no one knows about. Let me cover this up with my completely not newbie and completely not red cobblestone and polished granite and diorite and andesite and stone. But yeah, when Portal comes out, I'll be using that. I should put something else in here. I don't know. But yeah, when Portal comes out, I'll be doing a lot of that. Definitely a lot of Killzone. Definitely a lot of the Playroom, which is a cool new feature that's built in, which is really hard to explain. But since I don't have the camera accessory yet, because when I was gonna get it when we first set up the PlayStation, it was out of stock. Because, you know, there was like a billion people trying to buy it and like 4 people trying to make it, so it wasn't exactly in stock at any reasonable time. What else do we put in here? Can you smelt any no? No, I don't want that. No, I don't want a bunch of. Can I smelt any of these things? I don't know. Oh, iron. That might be a smart idea. I'm gonna make a shovel and dig out. Come back here. I'm gonna dig out some of the dirt to make a farm. know, guys, I'll try to, since this episode has been going on way longer than I wanted it to go on, because I'm really newbie and I can't play Minecraft at all. Not really, but I also, like, never pay attention to how long it's been going on, so I'm like, oh yeah, we've been recording for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I look over at the clock, and we've been recording for half an hour. Anyway, I'm going to probably end this video pretty soon. I'm going to make an episode 2 really soon. This is a really fun thing. Survival in 1.8, I think, is really fun. It's not much different. It's actually pretty much it's like 2% different in any way than normal survival, but I still, either way, really like doing anything that I can in the Snapshot. But I'll try to do nothing off camera. I'll try to do like if there's anything boring, I'll maybe like do a time lapse of that part. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna be saying goodbye, so bye guys.